So let's start off in Africa. Okay. We are going to start off there. Vamos into Africa. Here we go, Rahi. What do we got here?
Generally, you save the best for last, but we're going with the best first here because there is no region with the twists and turns, the craziness, the wild rides of Africa. This qualification campaign has been just insane. Just insane because of the administrative errors, because of the weird changes to the rules in the middle of the process. To give you a little shortcut of what's happened, South Africa has been penalized for fielding an ineligible player that they were not
so crazy
points.
Feels like high school, right?
Look at the one team. Look at one team on that list. Eritrea has 0 matches played and 0 points. That's because not because they played 0 matches, because they pulled themselves out of the qualification, which threw everything into this loop and actually ended up meaning that's why Nigeria got into the playoff. But we'll talk about that in a second. The big storylines, boys, to begin with, North African dominance. Yeah. Look at Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria in a World Cup again, and very easily, my friends.
Yeah, so let me just say, if everyone who's not clear, the green means you're in to the World Cup, and then the blue means you got into second place. Just wanted to clarify, make sure everyone knows that out there.
Okay. I think we have very educated viewers, but I appreciate
I'm just checking, just making sure that everyone knows that. So, okay, go ahead. Okay. What was your point?
No, I was just North African dominance. They qualified all very easily. And then you have some real classic teams, some teams that have made some noise in past World Cups back into the World Cup. Ghana, back again. We saw what they did in 2010, right? Senegal, we saw what they did in 2002. This is a team that has some mystery. Cote d'Ivoire, right? Remember those years with Drogba and what they were able to do, putting Argentina on the ropes at times in those games. And then, of course, South Africa back. So it's an interesting mix of teams. And there's one big new entrant.
About time you bring that
Group
up.
D. Look under Group D. Who's green right there? It's Cape Verde, a country of just over 500,000 people. An island nation has qualified for their first ever World Cup. Boys, it's a miracle. It's got to be the biggest story so far World Cup qualifying.
I think it is.
You know, Roy has his trivia. I got some trivia for Roy. So, Roy, do you know where there's a large contingent of Cape Verdean people in the United States? Do you know?
Oh, wow. Are you going to say a state or a city or a region?
I'll say the region. Just give the general region of the United States.
Shoot. Let me think. I played soccer with some guys from Cape Verde. I'm trying to remember on which of my trips I did that. Was it East Coast?
Yes, correct. Northeast.
Okay. Northeast. Okay. Is it? It's not Maine. It's close to Maine.
Yes.
It's Rhode Island.
Close to Maine. Yes, it is the northeast region of. I believe it's in that region of Rhode Island and Massachusetts and somewhere in there. All those kind of things. Yeah,
that's right.
So that's where the Cape Verdeans are. So they have made it through, and they're going through Rahi. But what do you want to talk about now? Because there's still some matches to be played. Who still has to get through? This is what happens.
This is the crazy thing is, if you're a Nigeria fan, you basically started off the last few weeks of qualifiers thinking you had no shot. South Africa was way ahead, and you were not even close to second place in your group. But then a couple things happened. One is that South Africa got docked a few points, and then Eritrea dropped out. So you had this whole weird thing where Nigeria then had a chance because the games only, no longer did the game against the last place team count. So all of a sudden, this table of the runner-ups you see now changed drastically. Nigeria, in order to get in on the last day, Roycito, they needed to win their game against Benin by 4 goals. And they did it 4-0. They won the game, which got them on goal difference in there above Burkina Faso, which means now those 4 teams are second place teams in their groups: Gabon, DR Congo, Cameroon. Yep. What happens is you'll see they're already set up. Nigeria versus Gabon, Cameroon versus DR Congo. It's effectively a tournament. They'll play each other then in the final. But this is just to get in to the Inter Confederational playoff. So this is a monumental task still for either of these 4 teams. They have to win the semifinal, win the final. Then they have to go to the playoff and beat teams from other regions in order to qualify. So if you're a Super Eagles fan, if you're a fan of the Indomitable Lions, you have a chance still. But it's difficult, Roy. It's difficult.
This feels like a suspense novel, Rocky. I felt
That's
this
what
wasn't
Africa
a
is,
conversation about soccer. This is a conversation about politics, about rules, about breaking rules, about just pure drama and tension. What the heck is going on in African World Cup qualifying? It is a blast to watch. It's a blast to listen to. I do have a trivia question. I am the master of trivia. Cape Verde is the second smallest country to ever qualify for the World Cup. Can you guys guess the first?
That would
I know
be
the answer to this.
Yeah,
Go
that
ahead.
would be
Go ahead.
the inventors of the Tomahawk chant. That's Iceland. Iceland,
That's right.
of course.
I'm
Just
curious
over
how many
400,000
viewers knew
people.
that. You guys are supreme leaders in global soccer knowledge. I wonder how many viewers knew Iceland is number 1, Cape Verde is number 2. And look how much fun we had with Iceland at that World Cup.
Mhm.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
From that
Yeah.
World Cup, most of what I remember is watching Iceland, watching the fans, watching the passion. So we're going to get treated, guys, in this World Cup to some extraordinarily fun environments, ambiances. I can't wait to see Cape Verde fans in the stadiums.
Yeah.
And
So
just
speaking of
lighting
that,
up.
so speaking of debutantes, right? So who do you guys think? Do you guys think it's going to be Nigeria and Cameroon, either Nigeria, Cameroon, and getting through, or do you think it's going to be one of these new boys, DR Congo or Gabon?
And don't
It could
sleep
be
on
interesting.
Gabon. This is a Gabon team that has some names you might recognize. Of course, Denny Bouanga, who
Denny
plays in
Bouanga!
the great city of Los Angeles, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is a very, very well-known player. Of course, his big days were at Arsenal. Now he's in the French league. So interesting, guys. That Nigeria-Gabon game, guys, I do not know.
It's going to be fascinating.
Fascinating stuff.
I think most people don't know about, unless they're fans of Gabon and really, really in tune with this region. I'm sure most people don't know who Denny Bouanga is. Denny Bouanga is one of the best players in Major League Soccer. He pairs up with a son at LAFC, the Korean legend, Premier League legend, and he is an absolute menace. For me, he is the best attacking player, not named Messi, in this league over the past 3 seasons. That is my summary of Denny Bouanga, and he is leading that attack along with Aubameyang. That's a tremendous front line. That's a tremendous attacking threat. Yeah. So I wouldn't be shocked if Gabon retains that first spot and qualifies.
Yeah, or DR Congo. There's a player, of course, the fans will know, former fans of the Premier League, Yon Wissa as well, who's a big name for them. So good players. This is going to be fun, guys. This is going to be fun. We're going to cover all that. So that is where Africa is.